With Halloween upon us, there is no better way to give yourself the chills than with a spectacular scary screening, and with the boom of Hollywood's freaky frightening films of recent years, it's never been easier. However, with such a huge selection, which should you watch to create that spooky atmosphere? Well, sit back, relax, and try to not be scared as we guide you through our list of top 5 Halloween films. Number 5. The Babadook, 2014. This psychological horror will have chills running down your spine as you wonder how a child's storybook could cause so much family dysfunction and parental depression, all wrapped up and presented in a Freudian theory. This film not only explores the torture that the Babadook is causing the mother and son, but the torture that they're also causing each other. Number 4. Carrie, 1976.
It's the night of the senior prom. The Bates High School gym is alive with excitement. Everybody is there, even Carrie White, the girl no one likes.
We're all sorry about this incident, Cassie.
It's Carrie!
And everyone makes fun of her.
Adapted from Stephen King's novel of the same name, Carrie is a coming-of-age, slow-burning horror that takes its time as it progressively gathers tension. The story follows an innocent yet bullied high school teen, Carrie, who discovers she has telekinetic powers and sets out teaching her abusers a lesson in terror and revenge. This film also received a remake in 2013 with Chloe Grace Moretz playing the lead character of Carrie, but our recommendation is stick with the original if you can. Number 3. 28 Days Later, 2002. There was a time between the late 70s and before The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Zombieland and World War Z that zombie films had become outdated and stale. However, one film looked to change that and breathe new life into the undead genre. 28 Days Later was a 2002 film directed by Danny Boyle, which follows the events of a post-apocalyptic world after the release of a highly contagious virus which turns all affected into cold carnal corpses. Perhaps something that the Walking Dead fans may find similar, the film begins with our main protagonist Jim awaking from a coma to find himself in an abandoned hospital in London, with the city being also eerily quiet. If you've not already seen it, it's a great movie for any horror fan to watch and it's a perfect Halloween treat. Number 2. The Shining, 1980.
I don't suppose they told you anything in Denver about the tragedy we had up here during the winter of 1970? I hired a man named Charles Grady as the winter caretaker. From what I've been told, he seemed like a completely normal individual. But at some point during the winter, he must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
Well, you can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me.
That's right.
Our second Stephen King adaptation has to be Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, following the Torrance family of Father Jack, Mother Mary and young son Danny. The story begins following Jack accepting a new job position at the historic Overlook Hotel, based at a solitary and remote location somewhere within the Colorado Rocky Mountains. The hotel sits abandoned for the winter and Jack has been employed as the off-season caretaker. Now isolated, alone with just his wife and son, and 25 miles from the nearest town, Jack uses his time to write his novel. However, something more sinister is present within the hotel's walls, and Danny, having the gift of The Shining, seems to be the only one who can see it. This is definitely one of the greatest horror movies ever created, and Jack Nicholson makes this film even scarier with one of his greatest ever performances. Number 1. Many horror genre fans will already be aware of this film thanks to its Hollywood remake. However, the original Japanese version is genuinely and truly frightening. If you've not already seen this film, we recommend to watch the Japanese version first every time. Sadeko, the cursed little girl, is so much more creepier and sinister. The story surrounds a cursed videotape that once watched causes the phone to ring and a creepy voice utter, people that have seen this tape then seem to die in cruel and mysterious ways 1 week later. It's a perfect Halloween film. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of future videos like this one.